third meeting. Madam Clerk?
Commissioner Dodge?
Here.
Commissioner Rice?
Here.
Commissioner Lieberman?
Here. Please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, that's our favorite time of the month with a dog from the Animal Resource Center. Steve and team, you want to come up and bring up Bunny? Bunny.
Thank you, Commissioner. I'm actually going to step aside really quickly and to just introduce my good friend, Dr. Casey Schaefer, who's our new vet.
Hi. Hello,
All
hello.
right, so, yeah, I've been in my position since the 2nd of January, so starting to
Well,
settle in pretty well, thank you. So, you know, I'm not new to vet med, I've been out for 7 years now, but I am new to shelter medicine and the management aspect of it, so lots of new information coming my way, but I've got a great team backing me up, so we're all good there. So, yeah, we've got Bunny here. She's been with us for about 3 weeks. She came in on December 30th. We've definitely got some pictures here to show of her when we found her. So when they brought her in, she actually couldn't walk very well because the matting was like adhering her arms and legs to her abdomen. So they trimmed that up a little bit. A lot of these times when they come in and they're in this bad of shape, we do collect some forensics information and stuff in case there is, you know, somebody responsible for her. She had immediate relief after just trimming some of the attachments so that she could move her legs freely. It's amazing to see the transformation in just that part of things. But we actually sedated her so we could completely shave her down because a lot of the matting was really, really close. She had some sores on the bottom of her feet. But yeah, you can see how deep down in the matting goes. That's one of the officer's fingers, you know, stuck clear down in one of the mats. She actually lost 5 pounds of just matted fur. She was only 26 pounds when we were done with her. And she should probably be at least a good 40 pounds or maybe a little bit more. So she's actually come back up probably 8 to 10 pounds from where she was at. So she's well on her way to getting a lot better. I'm going to keep her for a couple more weeks, get some weight on her so we can spay her, and then somebody I'm sure is going to give her a really good home. She's real sweet, so I don't think she'll have any issues.
How old do you think she is?
Probably about 5 years old.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
And that matting had probably been there for quite a while.
Quite a while. You know, a lot of people don't realize with our poodle mixed breeds, their undercoat mats really, really easy. So if you're not brushing all the way down to the fur, it builds up pretty quick. But that level of matting is probably at least a good year's worth or more.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
So, you know, I don't know if she was out roaming for quite that long, but probably not. So, but nobody's come forward to claim her, so we're gonna.
No chips, nothing?
Nope, no chip, no anything like that. So,
Well, I have a doodle, and
Yeah.
I'll tell you,
yeah,
they take a lot of maintenance.
yes, it's
They
lots
really
of
do.
regular groomings.
Uh-huh. She's beautiful.
The TV, are you getting a good picture of her? Okay, good, because that's a good-looking dog and
Yeah.
another, once
Yeah,
it-
her
it's
gray
a little-
color's really
yeah.
neat. It's different.
Once
Yeah.
it gets a little heavier, I think.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, her poor hip bones are sticking out a little bit still, but we'll get her there.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, she's been real great.
Yeah.
Sure, come on up. Michael needs a new dog. Come on up.
He just smiles.
Yeah, Michael needs a new dog.
It's all right.
I don't. I'm good.
Oh, everybody needs an extra one. I have 7, so everybody's got a little more
I
room.
would if I could. My family would not. They'd disown me.
Whoever find out, whoever's find it out.
Yeah.
Yes, they're taking good care
How's
of
your
you.
noodle?
Yes, they are. Oh, she's beautiful.
It's like my brother has.
When we were grooming her, it was so tightly matted around her neck.
Oh.
She's actually having trouble breathing.
Oh,
my
stop
We
it.
went through and cut, like you see the ribs in her throat.
Oh,
We
my
went through and cut
gosh.
little slits in it, and you see her go.
Oh, God.
Really, really unfortunate. She's doing as Dr. Casey said, she's doing, Dr. Shivers, she's doing so much better now.
Aw,
Like she said, she was having trouble walking just from the matting and stuff, so
aw.
Her face is so cute.
she is.
Oh, you're so cute. Bunny.
Yeah,
What's the name, Bunny?
We call her Bunny.
Bunny.
Smell her. Bunny. Bunny. Oh, she pops.
I like the
Yeah.
sweater.
Oh, that's amazing. Oh, that what the name is?
Bunny.
So we were very excited. She jumps. when she
Well,
wants to
Dr.
hide.
Schaefer, thank you so much.
And
We're happy to
welcome.
have you on the team.
Thanks.
Um,
I'm excited to be here.
yeah,
so yeah,
so-
I'm looking forward to all the ways that I can bring some
I
new
like the sweater.
things
Mike was
in.
just
So
ignoring the crap out of you, so we're gonna-
like I said, I'm getting settled and things.
doesn't
So
want to
finally getting caught up with some of the backlog that we've had. So yeah, I can't wait to get into some new and different things, and hopefully that means we can start doing even more for the community.
Yeah,
So,
thank you.
yeah,
Yeah,
of
we'd
course.
love to see
Good
our, it's not a van.
Yes, the mobile unit.
Mobile
I know. I've
unit.
heard it
Yeah.
hasn't been able to be used for
Yeah,
a while. You know, lack
but
of
now
staff
that
and
we
stuff.
have you, maybe.
Yeah. So, yep, it's
That's
on the
great.
list of things that I'd like to get going. So.
Well, we're really happy to have you,
Well,
and
thank
I know
you.
our dogs are happy to have
Yes.
you, and our team is out at the
Yeah.
ARC.
Yeah, everybody's been fantastic and welcoming. So.
Good.
Good.
Yeah.
Yep, welcome.
And
Thank
thanks for
you.
taking care of Bunny.
Oh, of course.
Yep.
Of course.
So Bunny maybe will be ready to be adopted in a couple weeks.
Probably 3 to 4.
Okay.
So yeah,
Good.
I'd like to get some more
Gotta
weight
get
on her before I
healthy and, yeah.
get her spayed. So.
Okay,
Yeah.
great.
All right.
Well, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Of course.
Thank you.
Yeah. Do you want to go over these or want me to?
Do you want to?
It's up to you.
Say we had a few other things.
Okay.
Sure.
The winter has finally hit us, so you know everybody keeping aware of your pets, either if they are housed outside, making sure they have a really great shelter to get out of the cold. You know, if you can provide a flap for it so the wind can't get in there, and then making sure they have straw to bed in. Don't ever use fabric. Fabric stays wet when it gets wet and can actually freeze your dog. So always straw. See if you can get like a flap on there to cut the wind out, you know, that sort of thing. If they're going to be outside, making sure their water bowl isn't frozen all the time, because if, you know, they can't drink out of a frozen bowl. And then they're, if they're short hair coated, thinking about different things, if you're going for walks, your coats, your sweaters. They even make boots if the snow gets real deep. If you're walking them and the sidewalks are heavily salted, cleaning their feet off when you come back in. The salt can be pretty irritating to their paw pads and things like that. You know, and if you're cold outside, they're going to start getting there. They do naturally have a little bit higher body temp than we are, but especially your really short hair-coated ones like Bunny who are very underweight, you know, they need a little bit extra. Now your, you know, farmer's big guardian dog, your Great Pyrenees breeds, your St. Bernards and things like that, they thrive in this kind of weather, but that is not most of our everyday house pets. And then let's see, antifreeze, thankfully they've changed most of it, but still very good to keep an eye out, especially if you've had some sitting around the garage for a while. It is extremely toxic. It will put them into kidney failure. So, you know, any kind of spills in the garage, that sort of thing. If you're walking them, don't let them investigate puddles and parking lots and stuff like that. And then we are coming to the end of license season. So we've got about just over a week left. Try not to wait till the last minute. Our weather is a little unpredictable. That way, if the roads aren't great, you still have another day to maybe replan. But you can get them online too. So you can do the mail online. You can come see us. There's several outreach places that you can also go
In
and
this
pick them up.
building, this
Yeah.
building, yeah.
Yeah. And yeah, we have till the 31st for that one.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And if anybody ever wants to reach out, you know, adopting a dog's great, but not everybody else has room. If you do have room, you can always foster, and if not, you can always volunteer with us. We're always looking for people to, you know, spend time with the dogs, walk the dogs. The more socialization they get, the better adapted they are for a home. All right.
Great.
Any questions for me?
Thanks for sharing all those tips.
Of course. No
Great.
problem. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Bye-bye. Thanks, Steve. All right, we will move right into the county engineer.
Thank you, Commissioner.
Three resolutions related to the approving of agreements. Resolution 0106, Security Fence Group Incorporated for the traffic signal maintenance repair and minor construction project countywide at their lowest and best bid of $125,377.30 through January 31st, 2025. Resolution 0107, City of Vandalia for participation in the 2024 asphalt concrete resurfacing program. Resolution 0108, CSX Transportation Incorporated for the Wagner Ford Road over CXX Bridge Rehabilitation Project in Harrison Township. Solicit bids for two projects. Resolution 0109, Wagner Ford Road over CSX Bridge Rehabilitation Project, Harrison Township, at an estimated cost of $1,200,000. Resolution 0110, 2024 Crack Seal Program countywide at an estimated cost of $200,000.
Move to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. County Sheriff.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the County Sheriff, we have Resolution 111, amend the agreement with Premier Health Department of Public Safety by amending the number of mobile data computer licensing utilization on the Motorola Premier OneCAD platform at a cost of $2,500 each year with a 5% increase annually through December 31st, 2027. We also have Resolution 112, approve the Ohio Department of Public Safety Office of Criminal Justice Services pre-award condition forms for the 2022 Project Safe Neighborhood Grant.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Common Pleas Court.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the Common Police Court, we have Resolution 113, authorizing a facility rental agreement with Sinclair Community College in an amount not to exceed $5,223.20 through March 31st, 2024.
Move to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
County Prosecutor.
Thank you, Commissioners. On behalf of Matt Heck Jr., County Prosecutor, we have several special prosecutors agreements that need to be renewed through December 31st of 2024. Those are Resolution 0114 with Mark Evans and the law firm of Bricker Graydon LLC in the amount not to exceed $20,000. Resolution 115 with Brenda A. Waymer of Dinsmore and Scholl LLP in the amount not to exceed $6,300. Resolution 116 also with Brenda A. Waymer and Dinsmore and Scholl LLP in an amount not to exceed $10,000. And 117 with David Ackerman, Lisa Salzberg, and Linda Singer of Motley Rice LLC. And Commissioners, the original agreement was included with Lisa Salzberg. However, she has left that firm, so the renewal of the agreement is only with Mr. Ackerman and Ms. Singer.
Okay, so Madam Clerk, you'll reflect that? Okay, thank you.
And the agreement has it in there. It just references the old agreement,
Okay, I see what you're
and
saying.
then the new one just
Okay.
has the two.
Oh, okay. All right.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Juvenile Court. Hello.
Hello. On behalf of Juvenile Court, we have two resolutions to authorize agreements through December 31st, 2024. Resolution 118 for the City of Dayton to provide mediation services for youth referred by Juvenile Court in an amount not to exceed $45,000. And Resolution 119, K-12 Gallery for young people to provide an enhancement of educational services to juveniles at the juvenile court schools in an amount not to exceed $83,000.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
You know, the K-12 Gallery program is so wonderful. You know, the murals that they've done over the years and just giving the kids that enrichment is so important. So please tell the judges thank you for continuing that.
Right, and we did have two contracts with them, and we're fighting to get the second one, so,
You're fighting to get it?
yeah,
Well,
fight to get the funding.
I hope you get it. But yeah, we love the work that K-12 does. It's really good for the kids. Treasurer's Office.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under the County Treasurer's Office, we have Resolution 120, approve the opening and closing of bank accounts for the deposit of funds held by the treasurer.
Move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Auditor's Office.
Under the County Auditor's Office, we have Resolution 121, amend Resolution 210891 which authorized a lease for a co-location facility for disaster recovery services to include the annual 5% renewal escalator for the auditor's office, data processing department, for a revised total of $270,663.04 through September 30th, 2026. We also have authorization of purchases for the data processing department, Resolution 122, Insight Public Sector, Inc., for Nasuni annual cloud subscription services in an amount not to exceed $82,000 through April 29, 2025. Resolution 125, Dell Marketing LP, for Microsoft Office 365 software renewal and additional licensing in an amount not to exceed $365,584.52 through February 28, 2025. We also have Resolution 124, Dell Marketing LP, for Microsoft SQL Server software and licensing for data processing department in an amount not to exceed $113,939.12 through February 28, 2026. And then finally, we have Resolution 125, Mythix, Inc., for Oracle software support and maintenance services in an amount not to exceed $159,956.95 through January 31, 2025.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Monday Community Correctional Institution.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under Monday Community Correctional Institution, we have Resolution 126, authorizing a master services agreement with Hassler Communication Systems Technology, Inc., for IT services for Monday Community Correctional Institution. We also have Resolution 127, authorizing an agreement with Hassler Communications Systems Technology, Inc., for IT services in an amount not to exceed $48,453 through December 31st, 2024.
Move to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
County Administrator.
Under the County Administrator, under the Clerk of the Commission, we have approved the minutes of the meetings on January 9th, 2024. Resolution 128, approval of bills. Resolution 129, approval of travel and expenses. And Resolution 130, approval of personnel actions. All three of those lists are available in the clerk's office.
I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Administrative Services, Tyler.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have several resolutions for you today, beginning with Resolution 131. This resolution authorizes a facility rental agreement with Sinclair Community College for the February Sustainability Luncheon in an amount not to exceed $2,513.24. Resolution 132 approves Justice Web service agreements with various criminal justice and governmental entities. Resolution 133 authorizes a lease agreement with Columbia Building Company on behalf of the Clerk of Court's Auto Title Division for leasing of 1,750 square feet of space located at 6108 Chambersburg Road in an amount of $131,092.94 for the period ending December 31st, 2028, with options to renew. Resolution 134 authorizes a change order to the agreement with Triton Construction Incorporated for the Madison Lakes renovation project by extending the term through April 5th of 2024. Resolution 135 renews the agreement with Cirrus Consulting, doing business as Alto Healthcare Staffing for the Stillwater Center through January 31st of 2025. Resolution 136 amends resolution number 23-1598 with Community Insurance Company, doing business as Anthem Blue Cross Blue Shield, for stop-loss insurance for the self-funded health plan by revising the amount to $1,450,000. Resolution 137 is to apply for a grant from the Ohio Emergency Management Agency for use of funds made available under the Ohio State Emergency Response Commission, also known as CERC, grant for fiscal year 2025. The next two resolutions authorize agreements, beginning with 138. This is with Archon Builders Ltd. for the solid waste off-road equipment service station at their lowest and best bid of $959,000 through January 23rd of 2025. And Resolution 139 is with DeBraw Kemple Incorporated for the Juvenile Justice Center water heater replacement project in an amount not to exceed $467,601 through August 30th of 2024. The following two resolutions amend agreements. The first is 140 with Rumpke of Ohio Incorporated for trash hauling and recycling services for various county-owned buildings by adding the Municipal Court Western Division for an additional cost of $127.71 per month. And Resolution 141 is with David J. Spradlin to provide services as a license plate reader database coordinator for the Regional License Plate Reader Program for Ohio Homeland Security Region 3 to extend the term of the agreement through March 31st of 2024. The next two resolutions solicit bids, beginning with 142. This is for the Environmental Services Spalding Road Refresh Project at an estimated cost of $500,000. And Resolution 143 is for the Stillwater Center Exterior Painting and Repairs Project at an estimated cost of $173,440.84. And the last two resolutions we have are to solicit requests for proposals. The first is 144 for temporary staffing services for the Human Resources Department, and 145 is for the Historic Courthouse Venue Management Services Project.
Move to approve, and I'm really looking forward to 145 because it's get that old courthouse back into the community so that our citizens can come and
Much agreed.
have some events there.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Okay, Environmental Services, Matt.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. For Environmental Services, we have Resolution 146, amend the agreement with Strand Associates, Inc. for the preparation of detailed construction plans and specifications for the Woodman Dorothy Siphon Project by adding $34,875 to the original amount for a revised total of $236,555 and extending the term through December 31st, 2025. Resolution 147, solicit a request for qualifications for professional design services for the Ron Road, El Dorado, Imperial, Dexter, Natchez, Annapolis, and Nevada water main replacement projects. Resolution 148, accept the subdivider's contract from Real Life Church for the Real Life Church development. Resolution 149, accept the sewer lines to serve the Austin Boulevard sanitary sewer replacement project. Resolution 150, release 100% of the cash surety and subdivider's contract with Midwest Properties Corporation for the 2850 Needmore Road sanitary sewer extension development. The following three are to authorize agreements. Resolution 151 with Milcon Concrete, Inc. for construction of the Mance water main replacement project at their lowest and best bid of $587,636 through November 29th, 2024. Resolution 152 with Milcon Concrete, Inc. for construction of the Falmouth and Esmeralda water main replacement project at their lowest and best bid of $1,099,038 through November 29th, 2024. Resolution 153 with Green Charge, Inc. for construction of the Eastern Regional Water Reclamation Facility Fuel Island Repair Project at their lowest and best bid of $345,000 through September 30th, 2024. The following two are to accept easement deeds for sanitary sewer lines in connection with the development of Real Life Church and record the same. Resolution 154 with property belonging to Real Life Church, and Resolution 155, property belonging to Stephen L. and Karen Sue Spittler, trustees. And the following resolutions are to approve plan specifications and estimated costs and solicit bids. Resolution 156 for Eastern Regional Generator Replacement Project at an estimated cost of $6,650,000. Resolution 157 for the Solid Waste Chute Lining Project at an estimated cost of $581,100. And Resolution 158 for Green Hill Hornwood Water Main Replacement Project at an estimated cost of $2,215,000. And the final two are to accept surety checks. Resolution 159, Fuyao Glass Water and Sewer Relocate, Phase 1 development in the amount of $8,501.68, and Resolution 160 with Fuyao Glass Water and Sewer Relocate, Phase 2 development in the amount of $62,681.74.
Commissioners, before you approve, Matt, I'd like to ask Matt to elaborate on Resolution 156 on our generator project. You know, we learned a lot from the tornadoes, and one of the things that kept our major sewer water systems online as far as the county is that we had backup generation. So Matt, you want to talk a little bit about that?
Yeah, the generators at Eastern were repurposed. original diesel generators from 1978. And when we do have power outages there, our maintenance crews, they trip on and off. So it's pretty easy when we look at all the assets and all the important infrastructure we have, that this was a high priority to keep that wastewater flowing for the communities.
Thank you, Matt.
I move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. Okay, John Parks.
All right, thank you. We have Resolution 161 for the Ohio State University Extension, Montgomery County, for purposes prescribed in ORC Section 3335.36 at a cost not to exceed $243,750 through December 31st, 2024. And 162 for the City of Huber Heights in support of efforts to restore and recover city operations as a result of a ransomware attack in an amount not to exceed $25,000 through December 31st, 2026.
Commissioners, on the 162, I had an opportunity to go up to Huber Heights on your behalf and meet with City Manager to discuss ways that the county and the state could be helpful. We did reach into the state EMA for some level of support, and that wasn't available. So I commend you, and I want to thank you. When this surprise attack happened, I don't think anybody in the area really knew how we were going to deal with this. And Huber Heights lost quite a bit of desktop and computer support. So, I thank you for supporting this, Commissioners. I really do. I think this is something that we're all trying to prevent, our DP and our IT teams here at the county. But to see one of our own jurisdictions go through this head-on, this was quite the surprise. So thank you for your support
No,
again,
thank you.
Commissioners.
It's happening to jurisdictions all over the country,
over,
probably
yeah.
all over the world, but, you've got to have, an organization our size, we do have things put in place, but when you look at smaller cities and townships, it's tough. Everybody seems like they're getting hit by it, but thanks, I'm glad we were able to help. And then on the extension, I'm very happy to see that for the Ohio State Extension, and just a reminder of all the wonderful classes they offer at the extension. Of course, they're located out in Jefferson Township in one of our buildings, and it's something that I don't know that people take advantage of. I know the Master Gardeners do, but aside from that, there's so many different classes there that people should take advantage of.
And the partnership with our Ag Society, that's also in the same building.
Yeah,
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
definitely. Yep. Good. Move to approve.
I second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Human Services, Jerry.
Good afternoon, Commissioners. We have one resolution today. Under Human Services Plan Development, we have Resolution 163, which is to authorize an agreement with Homeful for homeless crisis response program services in an amount not to exceed $483,000 through August 20th of 2025. And I just wanted to share that these services serve directly those that are involved in the homeless system. About 60% of it is for our, the rental assistance. And then the other 40% is like for case management and other supports that they help families. So in light of the article that was
Yeah,
in the
I was gonna
paper,
bring
we
that up.
wanted to share
Yeah,
that
thank you.
information as well. And it's just one program in the
Right.
continuum of
Yeah,
services.
Yeah, thank you.
Grateful. I move for approval.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Jerry, you lucked out today. Guys had a lot, but yeah, it's usually you with the pages and pages. Chris, Business Services.
Thank you, Commissioners. Under Business Services, Animal Resource Center, Resolution 0164, authorizing an agreement with Lighthouse Veterinary Personnel Services LLC for veterinary services, Animal Resource Center, in an amount not to exceed $49,950 through December 31st of this year. Under Information Technology, 0165, authorize a purchase from Kronos through the Omnia Partners Cooperative Contract for batteries for the Kronos Systems clocks. Under Workforce, 0166, authorize a work experience and guidance program agreement with the City of Dayton. 167, authorize agreement with Black Brothers and Black Sisters Involvement to provide job readiness, basic skills workshops to employable adults in an amount not to exceed $30,000 through December 31st of this year with an option to extend.
I move for approval.
Second.
Wait.
Oh,
I don't think
I
we've
thought he was
done
done.
I'm
got
sorry, I
more.
was just changing
Oh, it's
pages.
not even my turn,
He's
is
got
it?
more. He had the dramatic page turn. He didn't usually have this many.
Under Community Economic Development, 0168, authorizes the First Amendment to the loan agreement with the Ohio Department of Transportation and the Transportation Improvement District by amending certain articles as it relates to 7075 Airport Logistics Access Project. 0169, advertise a finding of no significant impact and notice of intent to request a release of funds for the fiscal year 23 Montgomery County Community Development Block Grant Program. The next several authorized delegation activities agreement with Home Investment Partnership Funds. 0170, Senior Village at Kettering Town Center LLC to support construction of new housing units in the city of Kettering in an amount not to exceed $300,000 through December 31st, 2024. 171, Lofts of Kettering Town Center to support construction of new housing units, city of Kettering in an amount not to exceed $300,000 through December 31st, 2024. 0172, County Corp for the Youth Build Program and further the availability of affordable housing in an amount not to exceed $160,913 through June 30th, 2025. 0173, County Corp for the Youth Build Program and further the availability of affordable housing amount to exceed $149,222 through June 30th, 2025. And the next three are edge agreements. 0174, City of Dayton for the Dine Development Corporation, an amount not to exceed $150,000 or 2.34% of the total project cost, whichever is less. 0175, City of Trotwood Technicoat, AKA Project Papyrus, an amount not to exceed $500,000 or 0.85% of the total project cost, whichever is less. And 0176, Harrison Township for the MC Coating, AKA Project Calabria, an amount not to exceed $250,000 or 5% of the total project cost, whichever is less. That's the last one.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
There's some great edge projects, especially like the Dyna Development project. The fact that they're able to reuse a building and their partnership with Navajo Nation, I think, is fascinating. So that one's really neat. But so I saw a new acronym that I've never seen before while you were speeding through those, Chris. The FONSI.
The FONSI, finding of no significant.
FONSI. Yeah, I
Yeah.
like that one. But there was one other thing I was going to ask you about, because I always try to have some good questions for Chris. Well, it's not so much of a question, it's just an acknowledgement that I'm happy to see 166, that agreement with the city of Dayton. It's something that we talked about for a long time, and I'm glad that we're going to be able to do that work experience for them.
Gives an opportunity, commissioners, to place a lot of youth
Yeah.
uh,
Yeah.
with the city of Dayton, with them
Yeah.
having such a large and diverse workforce.
Right.
So that's going to give us just great work site opportunity.
Yeah,
So-
for a little background, when we have all of the summer youth students that we employ, we want to give them diverse opportunities, and we do have a lot of departments in the county, but the city does too, like Michael said, and so this will be a good partnership. I'm really surprised we never did this before.
Well, we had before, but then, we had periods of stoppage, and now we're reunited, so this is a positive.
Gotcha. I like it. All right.
Well, and I also think that County Corp's Youth Build Program
Oh,
Yeah.
it's wonderful.
is amazing.
It is wonderful, and I see that I wondered why it was on there twice, but it's 2 different years, so, when we've all gone out to their projects, it's amazing to see that youth are building these homes,
Yeah.
and they're not little, tiny homes. They're homes with 2 and 3 bedrooms and all state-of-the-art, so I'm really happy that County Corp took on Youth Build because they didn't have
They're
to.
doing a great job.
Yeah, and they've done a great job. But in fact, when they first took it on, it was just going to be temporary because it was, remember ISIS?
Yeah.
And so after ISIS went under, we knew that Youth Build was so important, and thank you to County Corp.
Absolutely.
All right. I rolled back so far, I lost my place. Oh, this is another. Ed's not here, is he?
I'll do
No.
it, Commissioner.
Go right ahead, Michael. Soil and Water Conservation District.
Thank you, Commissioner. Under Soil and Water Conservation District, we have Resolution 177, authorize the county administrator and director of Office and Budget Management to prepare and execute contracts and other related documents as they relate to the Ohio Public Works Commission grant application for the Clay Township Northeast Group Drainage Project.
I'll move to approve.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Under County Commissioners portion, we have 178, and that is to amend Resolution 81-1196, authorizing the county administrator to perform certain duties for the Board of County Commissioners as authorized by Section 30529 and 30530 of the Ohio Revised Code. Ward, are we sure about this?
That's a question for you along with Michael.
I'm kidding. It was a joke. All right. All right. Okay. 179 is to appoint Kelly Gears to serve on the Dayton Metro Library Board to fill an unexpired term ending May 31st of 2030. Oh, she's in it for a while. And 180 is to appoint Mike, is it Farelli?
Finale.
Finelli. Oh, I see it now. I only have one contact.
He
in.
is the gentleman that does all of the styrofoam recycling.
Oh, yeah.
And
He is our.
and gets all the Boy Scouts.
Yes, he's
and-
our styrofoam friend. Great guy.
Yep.
He does. Carolyn said he
And
gets
the
all the
eco-bricks
scouts.
at the
and-
sustainability luncheons.
Yep.
Yep.
Okay, thank you. We're appointing him to the Solid Waste Management Policy Committee through December 31st of 2025. And 181 is to reappoint Mark Helke to the Solid Waste Management Policy Committee for a 2-year term through December 31st of 2025.
Move to approve.
I'll second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And we do have one citizen signed up to speak. Mr. Willie Feaster, come on up.
Willie Fisher. I want to talk about the Gateway Shelter. Mr. Lemon, you had put something, I think you put something on this internet the other day about if it gets so cold, they have to let you in. And I said, that's a lie. I went out there, I made an appointment to speak with Mike Webb. He runs the Gateway Shelter. And he let me come in there, and he said 3 years ago, a staff member made an allegation, I pulled a gun on him out in the parking lot. And I told Mr. Webb, I say, Mr. Webb, never in my life have I ever been found with any kind of weapon in my life. Never in my life have I ever been arrested for any kind of weapon. Never in my life have I ever been tried and convicted for any kind of weapon. I say, but also, this employee that made this allegation against me, a couple of days later, was terminated. He didn't get no job promotion. What was he doing? Him and another employee, at nighttime when no staff was there, they was going around beating up the residents, taking their money. He was fired. So he was not, okay, he listened to me. He said, well, Mr. Feaster, going on this report 3 years ago, I have made the conclusion that I don't care if it's 10 below zero, I don't care if it's 20 below zero. I'm putting a memo up in the gateway that says, Mr. Willie Feaster is never allowed to come here. I don't care how cold it gets. He said, this is my decision based on what this staff member wrote on this paper 3 years ago. So I say once again, Mr. Webb, I have never in my life ever been found with any kind of weapon. I have never. My record speaks for it. He said, I take that in consideration, Mr. Peter. But what this man said 3 years ago, I got to hold him to that. I said, but bruh, this man was fired. He ain't no outstanding employee. He just got out the penitentiary himself. But I don't really, but I said, but listen, him and another employee robbing people. When they all ain't here, well, he wasn't there back then. They going around beating people up at night in the dorms, on the pod, taking their money. But he said, well, I'm sorry. I'm going against the grain, Mr. Feaster. He said, you are the first person we have ever done this to. He said, you are the first person we are denying So what happens? What Willie got to do? Willie got to sit in his car while he at home, y'all at home, and freeze to death at night. Because this man said he don't care how cold it gets. I am not allowed per him. So Willie got to bear the onus. It don't care how cold it gets. He said, Willie, you cannot come. Because of what this man said 3 years ago. Even though you was never found in possession. I said, you know that's not right, man. I said, you know that's when it's a cold red, what do it say, Ms. Limmerman?
No,
That we allowed to go. Anybody. Because all you get, I know my time is up, Mr. Corbett, but
Thank
I
you.
say all you get is nothing but a blanket and a mat, and you go in a gym. You do get, that's all they get. You don't get the makeup, But he said, Willie, I don't care. And he told me to my face, Ms. Limmer, he said, I don't care. It could be 30 below, 50 below. You are never allowed the internet. So you're going to have to just sit out there and endure it and pray to God you don't die.
Thank you, Mr. Feaster.
Willie, and you're right, I did share, the county had shared some other things that everyone was welcome, and you did contact back that you were not, and did you ask him, is there a way you can appeal it, or that was?
Well, he is the boss. He do have supervisors, but he is like the director of Gateway.
Okay.
His word is word, but he did say 6 months from now, he is transferring to another job. He getting a promotion. He said, Willie, at that time, you can come back and reapply. I will not be here. So what happens after I'm gone? I said, well, damn, that's a hell of a thing to tell me, bro. It'll be 100 degrees outside.
Well, okay.
Thank you, Mr. Feaster, and we'll make sure that our team looks into
Yeah.
some of this, okay? We'll make sure that is my word.
Yes.
We will look into it.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thanks, Willie. We hate for anybody to be out.
Right.
As cold as it's been, and that's why we've been sharing it and making sure people knew where to go, and yeah, tough. All right, our county administrator.
Thank you, Commissioners. Well, I'd like to give a really, really big shout out to our Environmental Services Field Services team. If you've been anywhere doing this cold environment, you've seen men and women that have been out fixing water main breaks in this frigid temperature, and it has really been frigid. And they have done a fantastic job throughout the county. There are hundreds of breaks each year, but it's always a spike when the ground is frozen or when we have shifts in the weather. We had 52 breaks in December alone, and as of Friday, we're up to 60 for January. And I have been out with our environmental services team, and to go inside one of these holes and to see the gas lines, the electric lines, the water lines, and for them to be able to distinguish with all the equipment they have and to be able to fix all this in frigid temperatures, it's actually unbelievable. So Matt, my hat is off to you and the team. Our crews maintain 1,400 miles of water mains, which is roughly the distance between here and Aspen, Colorado. People take for granted that water will be available until it's not.
Yeah.
And we appreciate the dedicated service of the men and women in environmental services. So thank you, Matt. We really appreciate it. I had a chance to run into some of them myself on the North Main project, and it's just amazing how cold it is. I mean, to see them out doing that, so thank you.
Yeah, please send our thanks.
Yeah.
So, because of social media, you see where a lot of the breaks are, and, you see the water bubbling up. And one of your guys has such a great attitude about it, and he'll post it, and I think it was yesterday, he posted it and said, my office is better than your office, and he had a whole thing, and he's always real upbeat, and I'm out fixing these lines, and it's just a great attitude, instead of, oh my gosh, we're gonna die of freezing water, but yeah, thank you. Yeah.
Great employees,
Thank
and really with the rain coming, the snow melting, now it shifts to high water in the sewer. We'll probably get some calls there too. So it's a busy time of year.
Well, thank
So,
you.
Thank you.
So I'm excited to say that this Thursday is our Fatherhood Summit at Sinclair. And we're going to have some terrific speakers sharing insights and strategies for supporting the fathers in our region. And I always enjoy speaking at this event because the support of our fatherhood program has been very critical in our Office of Reentry. It helps those men that are there through the Office of Reentry with their barriers to employment, and it also helps connect them to the employers who believe that formerly incarcerated people deserve a second chance. And when we do the fatherhood event every year, the summit is so good for them to come and just learn best practices, how to best deal with their family, with their children. And it connects our returning citizens and many others with the public assistance they may need. And the big one is how to navigate child support if they need that help. And this is really very critical for their reentry. Again, that Fatherhood Summit is Thursday. This is the 14th year that we have done this, which is hard to believe. I remember the very first one. And we are one of the few counties in Ohio that has a fatherhood initiative like ours. So we have to give a big shout out to Mike Newsom, who runs the fatherhood program for us. And to learn more, you can, it's on Thursday, but you do need to register, and you can go to our website.
MCO Fathers.
MCO, yeah, but they've got it a little bit differently the way it's written here, but it's MCO Fathers. If you go on our website and go to the Fatherhood Initiative, you can find it.
Okay. Well, this was mentioned earlier with Bunny. There's only 8 days left to get your dog licensed. All dogs over 3 months of age are required to be licensed. It costs $20 for dogs that have been spayed or neutered and $24 for unaltered dogs. You can purchase licenses through the auditor's office right here in the county administration building or through our Animal Resource Center at 6790 Webster Street. And we have 15 outposts around the county. They can also be purchased online. So, it's very simple. This is not difficult. Please, please, please license your dog. So go to mcanimals.org for details on how to purchase a license. It's the best way to ensure that you are reunited with your furry friend if your dog ever gets lost. Thank you.
And Commissioner, if you come by it on February 1st, what happens?
I don't know because I'm never late. I'm usually the last day, but I'm there.
What happens is the price doubles.
Doubles, that's it. You're right. I thought you meant something else.
I was trying to be tricky, I guess.
I guess.
Sorry. Yeah, the price doubles after the 31st, so make sure you buy them by the 31st.
Exactly. Yeah, that'd be $40 and 48.
Okay, well, last Wednesday was International Mentoring Day, and January is Mentoring Month. And I just wanted to bring that up because I find mentoring to be such a rewarding experience, and I'm pretty sure both of you have also done this. So, and I know there's other people in the crowd that I know have mentored young people. But this is my second go-round in Montgomery County's College Promise program. And what that program does is it starts with students who, they apply to the program, they and their parents in the 8th grade, and they start out when they're freshmen. And they are paired with a mentor. So young ladies are paired with an adult female and young men with an adult male. And you meet with them for about a half hour at least every week of their school year for 4 years. And so it is really a wonderful experience. This is my second go-round. My first young lady, Angelica, went to Carroll High School. I took a couple-year break, and now I am with Kate, who's out at Dixie High School. She's a junior, and it's just wonderful to see them grow from mature from freshman year till now, and can't wait. I think we're going to next week because she's a junior. That whole cohort, there's about 50 to 55 students every year get selected for the program. In total, when the program's done, what we're trying to do is to ensure that 1,000 young people in Dayton or in Montgomery County get to take advantage of this program. At the end of the program, they are guaranteed a free education at Sinclair or a community college, but they can also apply to other local universities. So it is a wonderful, wonderful program. Oftentimes, they're the first in their family to be going to school. And I just can't recommend it. I think, you know, we as mentors get as much out of it as the individuals that we're mentoring. And we are, College Promise is now really recruiting adults for next year's program. So please, please think of that if you have time. You know, people often come up to me and say, how can I help in some way? And I think we each, there's so many ways you can do it, but if this speaks to you, to meet with a young person and share your wisdom and learn from them and guide them, because we've heard it once, we've heard it a million times. One adult who believes in you can make all the difference in a young person's life. So think about it. You can find details at mcocp.org/mentoring, and just shout out to the whole program. I wanted to mention 2 other things that one was really cool, and I know we're going to talk about it when they have the big celebration. But on Friday, we unboxed Pepper the robot.
Yeah.
I'm just telling you, it felt like partially human. It's a humanoid robot, and I have never witnessed that kind of a mechanism. I've been to factories and I see robots that do all this stuff. This is so different. She actually told a joke. We said, "Can you tell us a joke?" And she told a joke. It was like, ask me what my favorite music is. And you go, "What's your favorite music?" And she said, "Heavy metal." And it was like, oh my gosh. And she just came out of a box. Anyways, you can tell I was a little taken with this.
Carolyn wants her own now.
It was, you guys have got to see her. They're going to have she's at Stillwater Center, and she's going to be a help to the staff. But I really think she's going to be a friend to the residents and to the visitors. Amazing.
I agree.
It's
And she'll
really
speak languages eventually.
even
so she'll be able-
Swahili. They
Right,
have
she'll
a
be able
resident
to
that speaks
communicate
Swahili,
with the residents.
Yeah,
and they can
read
sing
to
to them.
residents.
And she danced even. Amazing,
Mm-hmm.
amazing.
It is.
So, anyways, I was a little excited about it, and I know that they're going to have they all have to go through training, and then they'll get it. So then we'll probably all invited to see her when she's more advanced. But oh my gosh! And then the other thing I just saw before I came down here is today, and I know this will be near and dear to a lot of our hearts. Today is they have a day for everything, right? So today is Maternal Health Awareness Day. And that is a huge endeavor that we've had for many years. And I don't think this day has been around, like, I read real quick, it's been around for about 6 or 7 years. So, a new one. So, every day. Mentoring Month, Maternal Health Awareness Day,
much.
and Pepper the Robot arrived. Yay!
And Montgomery County social media posted that it's International Pie Day, too. So
Oh, well, that one's quite sweet.
there you go.
There you go.
Carolyn's on a roll today.
I'm on a roll. Can you
She's
tell
on-
I was a little excited about Pepper the
she's
Robot?
on a roll. Okay, so our next meeting will be next Tuesday right here, which is unbelievable that it is going to be
I know.
January 30th.
Wow.
Okay, move to adjourn.
I second that.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Have a fantastic week.